Good evening, Nate the Forester here. Got a little time to get out in the shop tonight. Actually going to do something a little bit different. I haven't done this type of video on the channel before. I'm going to do an unboxing video. This guy I saw in yesterday. And I thought, hey, you know what? Why not? Why not do something different? It's honestly a brand I never thought I'd end up buying because not that I have anything against them. More or less some of the folks that are around it more than anything than the actual brand itself. I think they're great saws. Honestly, I think that's why they're the most used saws probably in the world now. But this one piqued my interest. Kind of a little unique saw. Then yeah, I found it. I thought it was a fair deal for what it is, and I decided to pick it up. So let's see what we got. Did hear that it has at least one issue that I know of. The seller told me about, but we will see what it's all got going. I'm going to angle y'all down a little bit. Got my box right here. Hope y'all are having a good week. It's getting close to the end of the week as I'm filming this. And it's getting pretty darn close to the holidays. I think it's the week before the holidays. I will just go ahead and warn y'all I won't be able to posting over the holidays. I'm going to visit my fiance's family up north. And so I won't be at the shop, won't be able to get in the shop, but I have a few videos that I will be posting next week while I'm gone. I have a few saved up that I think y'all will highly enjoy. But let's tear into this sucker. Okay, fairly good packaging. Set that right there for now. Grab my blade again. I think they ended up doing a pretty good job packaging this guy. I've had some that come in that honestly they were a newer saw with more plastic, they would have broke, but since most what all I buy is older stuff, older metal stuff, it tends to hold up a little bit better with worse packaging. But I do appreciate when folks pack the stuff well. Just got out very nice. So, drum roll please. More packaging, more packaging, more packaging. Alright, let's get it out. It is a steel. It is a steel. They say, oh, that's just a 032, 041. Well, you're partially away right. The reason I picked this up and why I think it's quite interesting is it is a 041 Super. Why I say that's interesting is these saws, 041s typically, I think that's a 61 cc's. Well, they made a Super. And I have not seen very many of these at all. I mean, at all. They were 72 cc's. So a little bit of a factory big bore for this chassis, honestly. And honestly, I just thought it was pretty cool. I saw it for a good price. And it was complete. Most of these saws you'll find they are not complete. One thing the seller did say is starter mechanism does not work. The throttle linkage is messed up right now, and I think that was about it. Yeah, gas tank was pretty good. Bottom of the saw honestly didn't look like it got a whole lot of use. So let's see what we got here. I'll angle y'all back down. Huh, I like that. Stuck the card down in there. Let's pop off the hood here and see what we're dealing with. Man, these things got a long stud in them. There we go. Filter 30. That's to be expected. Linkage is unhooked. Okay. It's no big deal. Does have a carb. Curious to see why the linkage is unhooked. But the choke is correct. Good. Wonder if the linkage just popped off. Probably did. And I'll be curious to see if this is actually a true super, if that was just top cover that got put on it. Interesting design. Okay, it's like a Mack. It's got a carburetor, vertical mounted carburetor on them. Interesting design. I mean, I know these aren't very fast saws. I'm not looking to make it fast. Honestly, it's going to stay completely stock. I don't want it to be a fast saw. I just want to run it for what it is. Let me get this packaging stuff off the table. I know there's plenty of other junk on here, but pull that off. Set this over to the side. Let's see what we got. Little plastic on the helm's coming off. I'll just tape it back up. Really curious to see what's going on with the starter here. Starter cover. Alright, looks like we're missing one bolt up there. Got one right here, one right there, and one right there. Let's pop her loose and see what we got. This is, like I said, the first saw of this brand I've ever bought. And I was raised up around Husqvarna and Home Lights. My dad still asks where the heck I got my love from McCulloch's from, and I don't know. I just saw them one day, heard one run, and that was it. I was sold. Just honestly on the sound. Sound like honestly kind of like a little Harley. That's what sold me on them. So, I love Home Lights. I've got a handful. The Huskies, like I said, just grew up around them. Just never really grew up around steel. And then when I got into saws, I didn't really love at least the Facebook groups, the steel Facebook group. Seems like you ask about any other brand and you get kind of beat on. And I hate that. Because, like I said, I think these are wonderful saws. There's a reason why it's them and Husky now. I still didn't buy everybody out like Husky did. That's one thing I kind of dislike about Husky is instead of building the best product necessarily, I mean they're a great product, don't get me wrong, love them to death, but instead of building the best product, they bought out companies and slowly shut lines down. But typically they're failing companies like McCulloch after Robert died, and Home Light, and all the rest. I mean, pretty well, a fair amount. Johnsrud, it's another one. I mean, they bought them and that was it. Alright, let's see. We'll have to pull off, I guess, this fuel line. Is that what that is? So how do these operate? Supposed to catch the inner clutch or something? Y'all gonna have to help me out on this one because I ain't got a clue what I'm doing here. I'm just, like I said, just figuring it out as I go. I ain't got a single clue on these guys. Honestly, I ain't even watched the video. I've seen some 041s cut before. Think they cut darn good for what they are. Come on. I guess that ain't gonna want to come out for us, is it? Will this guy pop out? No, we'll go ahead and replace the fuel line anyways. looks to me, wish I set that up there. Looks to me like it's supposed to have some plastic paw right here, because it's got a plastic paw on the starter mechanism right there. I guess it's supposed to flip out or something. You can pull it out. Or is that supposed to be in the... No, I guess it was supposed to be here. Yeah, there's only supposed to be one of them, I guess. Interesting. That's supposed to flare out and catch on something. Honestly, I ain't got a single clue. But what I am curious about, is it locked up? Has it got compression? Oh, she's got compression. Whew. It's got that much compression rolling over. Is it lifting the cylinder? Or is that just... I think she'll have some compression for sure. Whew. I'm really curious about is if this thing's got spark or not. So I'm gonna pull this spark plug out. Now are these anti-live? I didn't think they were, because this thing's got a lot of play off in it. It's not. Trying to think. I got a test plug here. Stick right there. Make sure there's no gas in this thing. You never know with folks nowadays. Clean as a whistle and looks good down in there. Man, somebody took care of this off. Now let's see if we can get to a, what's called bolt. Imagine we're going to take this cup off. Now I won't really get to play with this saw till after Christmas, obviously, because I'm going to be out of town. There we go. I believe. Nope. There we go. Got pretty darn good compression. Take this last one out. And I don't want y'all to think I'm out here putting out content to get rich or get famous. That ain't what I'm looking for. And I know if I were, I'd put a whole lot more effort in this, making cooler videos, intros, and all that other junk. And to be honest with you, it's fun to watch. I watch a fair amount of folks. I like what they do. I'm just out here having fun. That's all I got into it for, was just to have fun. I'm guessing it was supposed to spring out here somehow. Said I'll have to look that up. What size bolt we got there? Ain't sure ain't a 14, that's for sure. And 10. Try a 13. 13's pretty close. We'll have to spin it in reverse, if this thing will even do it. Nope. Dang nab. Maybe I won't be able to spin it fast enough. Maybe I'll have to pull that plug out. See if I got, I don't know if I got my what's called up here. Let me look in my bag. See if I find my scrunch. I got one, I'll just have to go to the truck to get it. I have a handful of them. I got a shorty and I got a long one. probably have to go grab it. That way we can spin this sucker over because we ain't spinning it with a plug in it. Let me pause y'all real quick and go grab my scrunch, and we'll be back and we'll see if this thing's got spark. That's the biggest thing. What little I have read on these is the ignition goes out like that. There's no intermittent spark, nothing like that. It's just off. Just like these, I guess 285s and 2100s and 1100s, kind of the same ignition style. Another reason why I kind of picked up that parts off for that one is maybe it might have a good ignition, but mainly just picked it up for a fuel tank. Anything else after that's just good to have. But let me pause y'all real quick, grab that scrunch, and we'll be right back.